They act like my mother has no feelings just because she's mentally ill. Meanwhile, she probably has more feelings than the whole fucking lot of them. Not only do I have to cooperate with Marion, I have to fucking hug her. Because she goes to hug me. Believe me, I wouldn't be hugging her. God, do I fucking need to get laid again? And miraculously, oh yeah, my track record would be a fucking miracle if it would be not by some selfish asshole. I was gonna write this to my aunt's children, you know. Now I'm not gonna bother. Why should I? Seriously. She won't. I understand she's dying, but you know what? My mom's friend who takes care of dogs, who by the way says, because the angel has allergies about that Sentinella thing that Marion ordered me to get, the barking collars, and my mom's friend is like, I said, there's nothing that I can do. What do you want from me? You know? I have to play nice with Marion. It's in the best interest of my mother, okay? Not to mention the fact that Omar's not supposed to be here. I have to play nice with the enemy. And my mom's friend was like, well, I'll call animal control if you know, because the barking collar this Cinderella could upset her allergies. Angels, you know, what do you fucking want from me? My aunt who has cancer won't even call my mom to say hi. I just got it out of Marion, and they are automatically assuming. It can't possibly be that my mom's medication just stopped working, that she really is devastated over her fucking beloved sister dying very soon. No. Marion sits there and tells me, it's not Karen, Laura. The doctor said she would offer meds. You know, I'm not blaming you, but you know, it's good you helped her lose weight and whatnot, but she probably started feeling, just assuming. She probably started feeling better, about herself and stopped taking her meds. Just assume that she can't possibly be upset about her beloved sister dying on her. No, of course not. And she had to have blatantly, purposely stopped taking her meds. God, do I thank God I never had to go through the shit my mother has to go through, where you're called a fucking liar, you know? I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't think so. I really think that she's been taking her meds, but she didn't take that stupid half pill of Risperdal, and then the stress of her sister and everything, you know? She was terrified of winding back in that hospital. She would never have blatantly stopped taking her meds. But they're going to just assume that because it's easier. You know, just write her off. She's not upset about Karen dying. That's what Marion just sat here and said to me. Because I said, oh, and no one's going to visit her. And Marion says to me, when you came back here, I sat your mother down and I said, Samantha, if you get sick while so-and-so, while Karen, while our sister is dying, nobody's going to come visit you. You're just going to be put in the hospital if you go off your blah, 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 whatever. I said to Marion, I go, well, and then I believe my mom. I believe she was taking, no, Laura, the doctor says she must have got out, whatever. Fuck you all. Fuck all the doctors. Fuck everything. Seriously. I have to hug the enemy. And know what I said? I'm smart. I said, well, Marion, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I said, well, Marion, if she did stop taking her meds, not that I believe it, I don't believe it. My mom was terrified of going back in the hospital. She was taking her meds. She would not have blatantly stopped. Yeah, maybe they stopped working. Yeah, maybe it was too much stress. Yeah, she was under, whatever. But you're going to write her off and say it can't possibly be that her beloved sister's going to die? So of course not. Of course not. Because we all, right, all the normal people, and I'm not normal, so don't include me, want to just write off the mentally ill, just like my mother's fucking poem, right? So Marion said, you know, I told your mother outright, no, nobody's going to come visit you. But worse, the aunt who has cancer is not even going to call my mom in the hospital. My mom's friend, who you know, deals with dogs and can't stand Marion just based on what I've told her, right, about Marion, said, well, why couldn't the aunt of cancer just call up and say hi? And then I said that to Marion today. Well, can't she just, no, Laura, she can't. She has too many dying, too many problems. Bullshit. 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 Okay? If she can have people over there visiting her and she can still talk, and Marion even says she's doing a little bit better, because I said, well, is she going to die when Mama's in the hospital? You know, it's bullshit. Fuck her too. Seriously, fuck her. I visited her, you know, but she can't call my mom and say hi. Okay? Now, she's the same woman who my mom trusted her sister enough to share her brutally honest poem with her sister when her sister wasn't dying of cancer, okay? And you know what she said to my mom? She, who's dying of cancer now but has never been locked up in a mental hospital in her fucking life, okay? Never experienced first-hand mental illness at all, okay? Mental hospital's not like that, Samantha, okay? I have it on my video. I don't care who condemns me for doing YouTube. It's all I've had for years. Pretty much. Back in LA, what did I have? My musician ex, who lived out of state, and my mom, who lived out of state. I had nobody in person. I started reaching out to the African Americans. I don't want to offend anybody. I asked my shelter friend about that, and she says, well, you really should say African American. I said, whatever, and I'm not doing it to be, I just do it because it's quicker. But anyway, the African American security guard at my Donald's bank, where he'd always send me to cover his fucking bank account because it would always bounce. And when he couldn't get the money for me because I was no longer his girlfriend and I was dirt poor and GR and welfare, he got it from his mommy, okay? I reached out to him. I went there drunk sometimes. Unfortunately, he got in a little bit of trouble, and I apologized, and I said, I'll never bother you again, and I kept my word. I came and saw him at one point when I forget, when I was planning on leaving soon or whatever, but I stood way back so he wouldn't get in trouble, you know. I didn't go into his area, his space outside, even though I had it, but whatever. Whatever. I'm sorry, but it just hurts me. She can't pick up the phone and say hi. Of course not. Because most people on this planet just want to write off the mentally ill. That's the bottom line. I'm not saying everybody. Okay? I'm saying most. And that's not me being whatever. So really, I already saw her. I bypassed all the shit we didn't, all the shit that happened in 2009, just swept it under the rug. I don't want to fucking be hugging Marion, okay? This that you're seeing me in this state now is because I had to hug Marion and I had to listen to her bullshit. Laura, it wasn't that so-and-so's dying. It's just that, she went off her meds and just writing my mother off repeatedly, Marion. So Marion does. Writes my mother off just like Marion writes me off. I'm just another mentally ill member of our family. Negate my talent, negate my intelligence, negate my looks, negate everything. I'm sorry, honey. Mama doesn't want to be hugging Marion. Mama never wanted to see Marion again. And then I said, I said, well, maybe my mom can't be held responsible for taking her own meds. And Marion goes, that's why you're here. I looked right at her. I go, I don't plan on staying here forever. I'm sure she was shocked at that. She just... Oh. My mom's a good person, you guys. Do you think I would give her rat's ass, and even, I might even have permission to see her, but I'm going to travel for hours and tons of public transportation just to bring her glasses and her picture. Marion says no one's going to visit her. I told her outright, and I said I'm going to visit her, and she says, well, you can visit her. And nobody would be visiting her anyway except Marion, and my mom shouldn't even want Marion there. It's just, this is all bullshit. It's all bullshit, okay? When my mom gets out, I need to go visit with my... It's just all bullshit. It's all bullshit. All of it is just bullshit. But it's not a movie. You understand? It's not a movie I'm watching. I get pissed off at movies. Everyone does. If they have, you know. It's not a movie. It's real life. My mother's in that mental hospital with doctors who will never believe her. If she really was taking her meds, she's called a liar. No, Samantha, you know you going off your meds. It's not your sister. You know, just write her off. Just write her off. So I had written this, and now I'm not going to send it. Fuck it. According to Marion, because I said, all right, well, is she going to die while my mom's in there? I mean, she's not even going to call her, and, you know. And Marion's like, well, I don't think so. I think she's doing better, you know, whatever. Anyway, I read this to the children, the daughters, like, this is how I felt this morning, but now that I got it from the horse's mouth, you know, they're just writing my mother off, and it just pisses me off. It just pisses me off. Because my mother's been good, and my mother fucking defied Marion and saved me and Omar from whatever. The reason I say she defied Marion is because if my mom had her little bit of money she was saving up, would have had to save up for over a year to get the crown she wanted, because Marion was going to force her, just, you don't need a crown, just get your tooth pulled, Samantha, you know, just, my mom had that little bit of money to Western Union me, so Omar and I could stay in a disgusting hotel in Hollywood that, you know, they gave me the worst one imaginable on the first floor, right where I could hear people going by, and all I did, I just stayed quiet. I didn't even turn the TV on. Didn't even turn the TV on. I was terrified, but the guy was nice because no dogs were allowed, and I begged him. I'm like, please, we'll be on the street. And he was nice. He was Hispanic, Mexican, whatever. I wanted to hug him, and I couldn't, because by the time he made me promise. He's like, I'm going to let you stay an extra night, you know, but please, please don't let me get in trouble. I will get in such trouble for this. And he put me in the worst room imaginable. I mean, it was disgusting. Condom underneath. Oh my God, but he was afraid with the dog, and I said the dog was staying in the carrier, but I couldn't keep poor Omar in the carrier all that weekend. I mean, he'd already been through hell. I was carrying him around constantly in the heat, and 22-pound Omar and 4-pound carrier. I don't know how I did it, because my life had turned a nightmare yet again. But anyway, like I told you, race didn't matter. When I was living on the streets with Omar, and you know, in March of 2012, before I moved back here to Massachusetts, of all races, there were kind people and people just so unkind. But anyway, my mom Western Union me that money. The only reason, otherwise, that's another reason why I can't stand this thing with Marion and my mom, because my mom, if it had come down to it, my mom would never have been able to get the money from Marion. My mom wouldn't even have been able to help out her own daughter and the dog. My mom loved the dog. She'd already met the dog when she visited me. You know what I mean? Omar and me. She would not have been able to help us out because she couldn't ask Marion for that money. Now tell me that's not sick, people. It's all fucking sick, and there's nothing that I can do about it because I've been diagnosed as mentally ill. Okay, so fuck it. Seriously, fuck it. I don't want anything to do with them. I want to get out of here. You know, I give up. I don't want to be hugging Marion. I don't want her assuming I'm just going to stay here forever and be my mom's caretaker, which I could tell she did because she was a little taken aback when I said I'm not going to be here forever. You know, what do you want from me? Blood? My soul? My life? So I had written this, you know, I would like to see Karen one last time. I was supposed to get to see her 2 Thursdays ago. I skipped some stuff over there, but I could actually, she lives in this town. I could take the bus over there, or even a taxi. I can take the bus over there, or even take a taxi. I just need to know if it's okay for me to do that. I can't promise that I won't cry, but I certainly won't be behaving the way my mother, who loves your mother so much. Remember that I was writing this to the daughters because I don't know the condition of my aunt. I haven't seen her like in a month, you know. But Marion says she's doing better, but whatever. I read. I mean, my mom's friend with the dogs comes over, bringing Angel, you know, poor Angel, the meds she needs. You know, my mom's friend got from the vet. Pretty soon, even if, you know, I don't know if my mom will still be in the hospital, but the 2 dogs need, you know, they need to get their heart guard test and go, and Irma needs his nails done and cut, and her dog needs the shots. I can get all my shots too. I have the money. I don't even know. Everything is so, you know, there are people that don't believe dogs need shots every year, because why do they if we don't need vaccinations every year? But he's just a healthy dog. I'm sure it won't hurt him. I'll probably get his shots too, just to, you know. I won't get every kind of shot, just the necessary, the ones they think are the most necessary. Of course, every dog has to have rabies shot, but Omar already got his 3-year last year, so he's set for 2 years. I just hate that, because I've experienced it. I hate just when you write off somebody, when you just negate them, you know. Marion sits there, you know, pretty much telling me, this is how it is, Laura. Your mom's not upset about her sister dying, not upset about Karen dying. She went off her meds, you know, and it's probably, I'm not going to blame you. I'm not blaming you because you helped your mommy lose weight and you're eating healthy or whatever, but, you know, she probably thought that she's looking better now and she just stopped, you know. I hate it. I hate when people just automatically write somebody off, because I have been on the receiving end of that so much in my life, you know. Anyway, who loves your mother so much was behaving because of her inability to accept that her beloved sister really was going to die very soon. I won't even discuss my mother at all if that's what's expected for me to do. I simply wish to say goodbye to my aunt. And the woman who helps out with the dog said, you know, about hospice, she's like, oh, your aunt will probably be dead in 10 days. Hospice comes in and that's usually what happens. That's number 1. Number 2, Marion saying that my aunt seems better. Didn't I read on the internet a whole bunch of things sometimes? Didn't I hear and move? I don't know, but isn't it sometimes they seem to get better and then they just go like that? I don't know. I'm just disgusted. Seriously? What's the point? Really? I'm all upset about my mom. Why go over there? I have to pretend that my mom's not in the hospital or whatever. I have to pretend I'm not pissed off that the aunt who has cancer can't just say hi. I'm not expecting you to have a long drawn out conversation with my mom, but you can't even say hi. Nope, Marion says no. Because remember how Marion feels is my mom did this to herself. My mom stopped taking her meds on purpose because of vanity, and that's what Marion basically said to me today. No, Laura, it's not because so-and-so's dying. The doctors say she stopped. They believe, you know. Whatever. This is pomegranate, blueberry, Greek frozen yogurt, 2 bananas. Oh, I know why it's not tasting it. I put only 1 banana by accident. That's all right. 1 banana, mango chunks, blueberry, frozen blueberries, frozen mango chunks, orange juice a little bit, and skim milk. I'm just disgusted. You guys know me. I don't like that. I don't like Marion sitting there and just writing off the fact that my mom, oh no, Laura, it's not that so-and-so's dying, it's just that, you know, your mom went off her med, you know, just, Meanwhile, you know, Marion just latches onto anything because last time she said, you know, maybe it's just her meds stopped working, you know, Marion just, I don't want to hug her. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to hug her, but you don't have to be afraid of me anyway, okay? And I'm not going to hurt these precious animals. I'm here alone. You don't have to be afraid of me. You know, you can watch me, and if you're my enemy, you can laugh, you know? And if you care about me, you know, you're not here, so you don't have to worry about my anger. I don't want to hug Marion. I don't want to hug Marion. I don't want to have to sit there and listen to her bullshit. The other day she said, well, you know, I think her meds just stopped working, Laura. I think her meds just stopped working. Because Marion wants her on stronger meds, so her meds just stopped working. You know, stress can cause that, you know, her meds to stop working. Now the doctor's saying they just believe she went off them completely. According to them, they're not going to increase them because they're already high dosages, you know, because that's a good thing. So I guess it's better in the long run that they tell Marion, you know, we believe that she just stopped taking them, rather than they stopped working, because if they stopped working, then Marion gets what she wants, which is my mom doped up, and I don't care what anyone says, I believe it, and so does Talk Salad. It's boiling hot today. Boiling hot. I walked over a mile to the nearest store to get some Greek frozen yogurt, pomegranate blueberry, and some mango chunks. And then I got back here just in time. Good thing I wasn't late, because Marion was right here, right when I said I'd be back by 5, and I'm like, I damn well better be, even if I have to walk fast in the heat, you know? You go walking, go cack outside. You wouldn't go earlier. Cack outside. Anyway, so I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Just like she hugged me when she was putting together my computer. I didn't even want her to put together my computer. My mom mentioned it. My mom has a big mouth, you know. But anyway, it's better that the doctors, and they might even be saying that because they told me, they listen to me, they talked to me before they talked to me, I remember, and I said about, you know, it's better that the doctors think that my mom just blatantly didn't stop taking her meds, because then they'll just put her on the same meds, whereas Marion, oh, the meds stopped working, the meds stopped working, that's what Marion assumed, and then put her on stronger, dope her up, you know. So, I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. I just hate it all. I hates it all. But I gotta go check the house. The dogs might have already shit in the house. It really doesn't matter because I told you what Homer did this morning. I take Angel out just for 3 minutes because Angel's quick and Homer takes a half hour sometimes, you know, when I've just woken up. Lately, he hasn't been going right away. Literally after 3 minutes, Homer was pissed off, and normally he wouldn't do this because he hadn't even eaten yet. He might think he'll be punished and not get to eat, which has never happened, but he might, what does he know? Nope. 3 minutes I was literally out there with Angel. She went fast. Pee-pee, poo-poo, in, and Homer had already shit on the floor. I was pissed. They don't get gold star today anyway. Oh well. Marion didn't say anything about this spotless house. I know she had to have noticed it, though, because she was over here last week when it was a fucking shithole. Anyway. And the beat goes on. I do not want to be hugging her. I gotta get out of here. My mom is clearly never gonna be able to stand up against Marion about the poverty, whatnot. I can't fight when I'm quote-unquote mentally ill. I just kiss my inheritance goodbye, let my mom just do whatever with Marion, and I'll visit my mom once in a while. That's it. I give up. I give up. I give up. I'm not staying here. At least I said it to Marion, and she looked at me in shock. Yeah, fuck you, Marion. You think I'm just going to live here with my mom the rest of my life? I'm sure that is what you think. Because you've noticed, of course, that I've dropped 70 pounds from when you know, in 2009. She brings up. She wants to goad me. She says, I don't want to bring up, bad memories or whatever, but, after what happened in 2000, she brings it up. I don't want to do it. I don't want to hug her. I don't want to talk to her. I'm sorry. Don't want to hug her. I don't want to talk to her. She prefaces things with, she brings it up to goad me, and now it was in person. She's like, I don't want to bring up bad memories, but I'm going to do it anyway. Remember after what happened in 2009 when you were coming back here in 2000, I told you, Mom, if you go off your meds and you get sick again and wind up in the hospital while Karen's dying, no, don't expect anyone to visit you, because my mom will ask, you're going to visit. I don't want to hug her. I don't want to talk to her after what happened in February. I thought she'd change, and my musician X, he knows things, you guys. I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not going to, but anyway, he knows about this life and this world and the thinly veiled bullshit and whatever. Okay? And he said, Marion's a scorpion. He said, she's like a hornet's nest, Laura. You gotta stay away from her. And then my mom gets sick again, and I have to be hugging Marion again. This is bullshit. I can't take it. I just don't want anything to do with my family, except for my mother. And most of them, they're not really going to have, and she said it to me, she knows, she's like, when so-and-so dies, the rest of the family's really not going to have anything to do with me. Yeah, Mom. So concentrate on your friends and just accept it. Accept that the family's really not going to have anything to do with you. That they pretty much write you off as the crazy aunt or crazy whatever, and even when so-and-so was alive, you only saw the rest of them, at the family cooking at Christmas. That's it. So accept it. Accept it, Mom. You have me, you have your friends. Just fuck the family. Whatever.